What is up, Virgo? Welcome to your general timeless reading. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. My name's Jordyn. I'm a master Reiki practitioner and a tarot reader. And if you want a personal reading for free, check out my Patreon channel down below. And if you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, check out my website down below, all in the description box. Let's get into it. Virgo. I kind of want to. Wow, you're really picky today, aren't ya? Let's do. Yeah, I'm gonna do Tarot and Wonderland for you. You're feeling kind of like funky. You're feeling a little funky. Let's see what's going on with you. Virgo, why do I feel like you want to play? You want to play. See what's going on. Show me what I most need to see for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Virgo. I heard Soul Star, which is a chakra. We have the Chariot and we have the Six of Cups. Okay, and now my third eye just literally, I literally felt it go over and down my face. It was like, open. We do have an upper ear chakra, like not a upper, but there's an ear chakra and it's right above the ear. So if you have clairaudience coming in, or if you are feeling as if you are ascending to a higher state of consciousness, or if you're having a lot of changes going on in your life and you're not having clairaudience and things like that, or your ears are ringing a lot, things of that nature, you could just be tuning into a new frequency. So just be mindful of that. Okay, so with the Chariot and the Six of Cups, I've never really seen the Six of Cups as a card of alignment, but for some reason this very much so feels that way. This kind of feels like, especially with the Chariot next to it, this does feel like the divine coming in and being like, hey, here's a gift. Here's something that's going to bring you into it feels like almost like emotional unity with self. This doesn't feel like it has to do with another person. This really does feel like Virgo's getting what they want right now. Like, it's your time. Like, it really feels like that. Like, if it is a relationship, then it's a relationship, but I don't feel like this particular Six of Cups right in this moment, when we clarify, it might show up as a relationship. This just feels like whatever it is that you want, you're getting it. The universe is like, okay, you're done with old cycles. Like, it's your time right now. I like this. It just feels like, weight's coming off. Weight's coming off. There's something about that. I feel like the crown chakra is going to be going through a lot for you. If you're not really into the spiritual side of things, this could also show up for you in the material world as like you taking on more knowledge, or just really being drawn more to getting in touch with your spirituality, or doing things for more of your self-care. So if you're getting more into your health, or you're getting more into a structured routine, or getting your ducks in a row to just fulfill yourself as an individual, that is this. Or you're just feeling more trust in your day-to-day life to flow, that would be the crown. The crown is I trust in something bigger than myself. Okay, the third eye is I trust myself. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Chariot is Cancer energy, by the way. Let's continue. I like this a lot. I heard shadow consciousness. Okay, so you're differentiating between your higher state of consciousness and what is of the ego. So if you've been going through spiritual awakenings and you're like, oh my God, what's my ego? What's my intuition? You're finally going to get to that place of like, okay, this is rooted in my ego, and this is actually a message from my higher self, or my guides, or this or that. You're going to be able to differentiate between those things a lot more easily. I feel like this is going to be over the coming year, to be honest with you. That feels very long-term in its message. Yeah, Ace of Cups. And Strength, yeah. There it is. So this is the validation of that shadow, the shadow and the ego. Because the heart space gets blocked when we listen a lot to what the ego has to say to us. Like, oh, we shouldn't go there. Oh, we shouldn't do that, because it instills fear. It instills doubt. It makes us curl into ourselves and become smaller and smaller, and we end up going into this shadow, this dark, lower frequency energy, right? And so now you're starting to have the strength to tame the ego, and that's why strength is showing up here. It's not that you're not getting what you want. That's not what this cup is. This cup is you overcoming that. You're overcoming this voice in your head that used to be you ignoring your own needs. I like this a lot. So you're overcoming it because Major Arcana is actually Trump minors. This is really nice. This is really nice. You have a lot of crown third eye energy going on right now. A lot. I'd highly recommend taking a break from social media or EMFs. So taking a break from just technology in general, or using a lot of fluorite. So if you have like fluorite crystals to put by your computer screens, or hematite to wear. Hematite would be really grounding, and it's really good to just help you with all that. Okay? Just recommendations. I'm also a firm believer of if you go buy a crystal and it resonates with you and it makes you feel really grounded and heavy, that's a really good crystal for you to work with for grounding. Okay? Some people prefer red jasper. Some people like obsidian. Some like smoky quartz. I'm partial to smoky quartz. Black tourmaline. There's a few. Check it out. Let's continue. Let's get a few others. I'm not a jasper fan. I don't do well with jaspers. Two of Cups. Glorious. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, that's interesting. This is old self. That's actually really interesting. I'd highly recommend checking out the Taurus reading. Virgo actually came to me in the Taurus reading. Why do I keep snapping? I don't know if that's something that you do. I typically am not like a snappity. I almost said snappity clappity, but that's a little derogatory. I'm not really derogatory, but it made me think of something in the gutter, and that's not nice. Anyway, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, I'd highly recommend checking out the Taurus reading. I thought of Virgo. This reminded me of the Taurus reading immediately. With the not just because, well, it's Capricorn energy. It's also Taurus for me as a reader. But this King of Pentacles reminds me of somebody who doesn't feel safe or secure in their physical body or in their ability to build things. I feel like this is something that you're currently working through. You're going to be really supported in this. You're going to start getting the things that you really want. You're going to start really working toward them. This is really nice. I really, really like this for you. You're overcoming this. Very much so. Let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Enough chit chat. Come on, you're talking so much. My God, man. You ever shut? No, I'm just kidding. Witch's Tarot. You're very, you want it, like, you just want it short, sweet, to the point. So Witch's Tarot for you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're for it. Oh, my nose is itchy. If you've been on Patreon with me before, you know my nose gets itchy when we're about to like channel some like stuff. I also have my Patreon reading here in like an hour though, so getting ready. Every Monday we do a Patreon live chat if you want to be part of our Patreon family. Weekly Patreon readings. Let's look at the Chariot. For Virgo. Six of Cups. Yeah, I was about to say this immediately makes me excited. Then you have the Ace of Cups and the Empress in reverse. Okay. What's underneath the Ace of Cups? The Six of Pentacles. You're getting exactly what you want. Part of you doesn't believe it and is struggling to accept it, though. You're like, I'm a little skeptical. Why are you sabotaging? You're sabotaging. That's exactly what you're doing. It is exactly what you're doing. You're sabotaging. Wherever your Virgo placement is, you're sabotaging this. Empress in reverse. This is codependency. It's also someone who's struggling to receive. With the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups, it tells me that there's a Five of Cups energy present. This is an energy of the need to release. It's also the need to accept and love and nurture self. The universe is quite literally propelling you forward, saying like, hey, like, I'm gifting you. I'm giving everything you want. You have everything you want and everything you need right now in this moment, right? So when you wake up tomorrow, tell yourself that right now in this moment, you have everything you want, and all you need to do is focus on you. Focus on you. You are a goddess. You are a god. You are beautiful and you are worthy and you have everything you want and you need right here in this moment, and you can create more with what you have right now in this moment, right? And you're worthy of receiving it in the state that you are. In the state that you are this very second, you are worthy of what you want. It's that simple. It's that simple. In the state that you are, saying that affirmation will reprogram the mind to allow you to visualize yourself in the state that you are. When you say that phrase, in the state that you are, you visualize yourself in your home, in your current body, and all that. And it will help the level of self-worth, that frequency, to raise. So if you're struggling with a sense of self-worth or worthiness, of abundance, of love, of safety, of security, speaking to yourself in that manner will, because saying, well, I know that I'm worthy, but feeling it are two very different things, and those two things need to be on the same page, because you're overcoming the heart space. You're not overcoming the mind, okay? Because you have all cups, not swords. Swords rule the mind and intellect. Cups rule the emotions. You have no problem thinking and speaking a certain way. You need to feel and project that kind of emotion. That emotion is what is moved through the universe, right? Because what we think and what we speak has emotion behind it. And if you're saying, well, I am confident, but the emotion behind it is deceptive, that's what's going to be attracted to you. Deception. Stop it. Be honest. You're getting what you want now. The universe is testing you. So allow yourself to receive it. They're like, I'm giving you exactly what you want. Yeah, the Chariot and the Ten of Swords, see? Take it and allow the old ucky-gucky crap to go down the drain. Let it go. It's in the past. It's no longer who you are. It's no longer the version of yourself. Who you are today is not who you were yesterday. And who you were yesterday is not who you were the day before. Who you are today has new tools, has new clothes on, has a new smell, maybe a new deodorant, brand new being, maybe even a brand new routine, maybe a new way of thinking, maybe a new perspective. It's different. And every day can be different if you choose to be. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. The Chariot twice tells me that the universe is quite literally shoving you, saying, yes, 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 keep going. Let's look at the Ace of Cups in reverse. Don't keep poisoning your own heart space. Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Between the Eight and the Ace is a Seven of Cups, which is the distortion, the illusion. The Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups is you realizing that, like, okay, there's a tie to this, though. Because there's a part of the ego that's like, this is what's familiar, right? You know, when part, and the ego is just like, it's like if I were to say, okay, 8-year-old Jordyn, come here and sit on my lap. And I was like, okay, little one, I know you're used to like a really toxic home, but toxic is normal, but it's not healthy. And it's like, wait, it's not healthy? And I gotta be like, no, but me today's really healthy. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's me in like 20 years. Yeah, it is. Holy shit. Yup. Talk to your inner child, people. It's not weird. It's actually really healthy, and it might feel uncomfortable, but it's only because it's different, and different doesn't mean it's bad. Okay? Parent your inner child. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a great thing, and it's a wonderful way to regulate your own nervous system. And that's how you build new foundations. Because whatever this is, it's tied to an old emotional way of being and perceiving things. That's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's keeping the heart in a way of feeling unfulfilled. The heart is saying, oh, but I'm used to feeling small. I'm used to feeling like I don't matter or I'm not worthy. And so walking away from it is scary. You're going to end up walking away. You're going to build a new foundation and it's going to be uncomfortable. And then you overcome it and you're like, huh, I slayed that. That was easy. And then the confidence boost comes in and you're bam, Two of Cups in full alignment. The Two of Cups to me is the balance of the masculine and the feminine. It's the duality, and I cross my fingers because it could also be the Kundalini awakening, which is the two, masculine and feminine, or the two snakes coming up the energetic spine, right? Okay. which is also why they have the two ribbons twisting on the teacups. Okay. Let's look at strength. This is you taming the ego, saying to that little child, like, no, I got you. We're not there anymore. We're thriving and surviving. We're doing great. We are worthy of love. Right? Hashtag Lizzo. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm sorry. Get on the bandwagon. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. If you have, okay, so this is actually really interesting. I actually really, really like this. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse tells me that there's part of you that's realizing that you don't need to see this as work. You don't got to see this as like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of work. No, you get to see it as like, this is great. Like, I get to wake up today and do things for myself because I choose to. Like, I choose to go to the gym. I choose to take some time to meditate because I enjoy it. I choose to do my work because my work is fun. I choose to do X, Y, Z because it makes me feel better. It's not exhausting. It's not this. It's not that. It's just, that's just a part of my ego that wants me to think that because it's different and it might be just out of the ordinary for me, and change makes my ego feel funny and it doesn't want me to change. Right? You're realizing, wait, it's not work. It's not work. It's fun. It's fun. Ace of Pentacles. Brand spanking new beginning. I love it. Love it. Let's look at the 2 of Cups. See, this is great. This is the way it should be. No, that's me saying an expectation, but it is great, right? Nothing should be any certain way. I want this one. Ace of Pentacles. I didn't know why. Queen of Pentacles. There you go. There's your stability. Beautiful. Because you're falling into alignment with yourself. You're feeling comfortable in who you are and what you're capable of creating. And you're starting to really understand that just being present and flowing and understanding that, like, you can have everything you want and you don't have to wear yourself out or burn out for it, right? You could just co-create with the universe. You could do the work and enjoy the work. You could have your relationship and have yourself. You can spend time with your family and run a business. You could have a thriving, sexy, hot tamale body and really great health and do 100 things throughout your day and still have a lot of energy and not feel overwhelmed and not be affected by other people or their emotions. You really can. This is some deep stuff. This is deep healing. This is loud. Whoa. I'm digging up all that crap that I carried from all of these experiences in my life. You got the Hangman? That's great. That's interesting. That's great. That's it. Oh, this is good. Okay, I like that. I don't know what that one word. It was like good, cool, mixed together. Good? I don't know. It was weird. I make my own language because I make my own person every day. Hangman. Then you have the 5 of Swords, and you have, that was a really delayed laugh at myself. That's all that was. 5 of Swords and the Ace of Swords gives you a 4 of Swords. I make myself laugh. So there's this realization, because the Hangman is a new state of consciousness. It's also like the aha moment, a sudden awareness of, wow, I didn't even have that confidence in myself to really create the version of me that I really wanted to be, who's just whoever you want to be. I'm not going to say a bunch of examples because you're all going to be different. Like, there's thousands of you, millions, billions of you out there. So whoever you want to be, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your metaphorical or literal pickle, right? Okay. And King of Swords. Now you're discovering that person, right? And with the World there, followed by Justice, followed by the fricky, deaky Fool. Yes. You're writing yourself a brand new contract to step into a new life, a new beginning. That allows you to feel free, not chained, not in comparison, not in competition with anybody, right? Not even in competition with yourself. Because the reality of it is, You're not in competition with yourself. You're not. You're not in competition with you. If anything, and if that is what like keeps you going, then keep that mindset. That's fine. Whatever works for you, right? I know it works for me in the gym, but like whatever works for you. But you're finding a version of you that you're really happy with. That's where you're going. The universe is bringing you a bunch of opportunities to do that. But you're going in, you're finishing some deep healing. Some deep healing. That's great. You have all amazing things coming your way. You really do. All amazing things. Okay? Just don't sabotage it. And don't stay stuck to things that are familiar just because they're familiar. Let them go. Because they're trying to leave for a reason. Okay? I love you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, even if you didn't, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And if you want a free 10-minute reading, check out my Patreon channel and check out my website if you want a Reiki session or a tarot reading, or you want to become a certified Reiki practitioner or a bunch of other things. And I'll see you next time.